Hey, lightsaber fans! So we're gonna try something to mount lightsabers. Right now these just sit on top of a toolbox, leaning against the thing, and it looks pretty weak. So I found these on AliExpress. They're broom handle holders. So the intention is to take a round broom handle, and then this is a silicone strip or some sort. So it comes as a two-part thing. The actual adhesive that goes on the wall, and then this thing. Well, I guess that locked into place already. So here, I'll just show you this one since it hasn't been locked. So you stick this on a smooth surface, and then this slides down onto it, and there we go. So this is the only design I could find that was 100% clear. They have other ones. What I'm thinking is this is not good though. I've tried putting the blade in it, and it will go in. It's just I wish you were just completely round. But I guess they're maybe trying to save on plastic or something. Anyways, let's mount these up on the wall here. So first thing I have to, well actually it's just a closet door. You have to make sure that's a pretty clean surface. So a little alcohol. Make sure that's dry. Okay. So obviously you want to make sure that you have the orientation correct. Otherwise you might risk the thing falling apart. And if it looks like this traps, basically this is how it should be oriented. So that comes down and it can't possibly fall off from gravity. So you want this like pointy end more towards the top. So some sort of adhesive backing. Okay. So there's that. And then you want to make sure it's level or your object's going to be crooked, right? That's kind of level. Press that up against the edge. Alright. So you can see there's a bunch of air pockets. I'm going to just go over this with my finger, try to work out all those air bubbles. This is not a smooth surface, as you can see. It's kind of like a textured, one of these cheap closets, MDF board or something, particle board. Sawdust board is MDF. Alright, well, we'll have to see if this works. I think it will. The reason why is, look over here, I think I have one on. No, you know what? I did have similar ones on this holding these bags, and I think they were tearing from the wall, so maybe this won't work long term. A broom generally isn't that heavy. A lightsaber, that's a different story, right? These things are made of metal. Alright, so I'm going to slide that down. So this is a 7/8 inch 22 millimeter blade. It does go in fine. So one concern mounting it this way is if your blade set screw isn't really tight, the saber will just fall off the blade. Luckily, you can just flip the thing over, and then as long as this thing doesn't slide, there's no way you can lose your lightsaber, right? So I guess that's another way to do it. I do like that it is clear. Let me mount the other one. By the way, you can remove this hook once it's actually on the wall. There's no locking tab. It's just a tight friction fit. Okay. So for this video, I am gonna mount them this way because I'm gonna turn them on. Something a little more difficult is maybe the spacing from the wall. It really depends on how large the diameter is you're jamming into this, but boy, it's hard to say. I guess maybe the intention is for the clip to end up around here, and from the wall, I would say that's probably 4 centimeters, maybe, or a little under an inch. It's hard to say, but hold on here. You can see the bottom of this one. So this is a pretty shallow one. It's not an issue. It's this Anakin kind kind of like a Luke Skywalker saber. Well, I guess they're the same family, right? So you can see the CoverTech wheel will touch the wall fine, but this like Graflex up here, this Graflex sight, it's it's like tweaking out from the wall. The angle's off, so it's not spaced out for every lightsaber. But obviously you can just twist it, and it's not an issue. It's just I'm trying to show the crystal chamber here. All right, so okay, let me pop this one in here. Oh, now, so sliding it upwards really isn't happening because that is so much grip from this silicone strip. Yeah, really, if these were round wheels, I kind of feel it'd be easier to get in and out. There's something about the segmenting of this where you can't really do it with one hand. It takes a lot of force. I think you kind of have to use two hands to get this in and out. I guess I can go even further up like that. All right, let's turn these on. Let me turn the lights off. So I have a short, like a 50 centimeter blade on the left one, and I think the right one is an 82 centimeter blade. So you obviously want to mount those clamps, factoring in the length of the blade as well. This right now it's around mid-level height. You know, I'm just sticking my arm straight out, so it's a little bit lower. And so I did that because I want the option. In fact, I probably will store them like this, just because I'm a little freaked out about the things falling off the blade. And now they're like at eye level for me, the crystal chambers. Fortunately, my camera, it's a phone, doesn't do a great job of showing lightsabers being illuminated. But anyways, I think it works pretty well. I'll obviously leave a description or maybe do a updated video if for some reason I see this adhesive trying to pull off the wall. So only time will tell on that one. And then I just stuck them right next to each other because the lightsabers aren't that wide, at least these two designs. So, but obviously you can space them out as you see fit. And if you're really paranoid, I guess you could just get 2 or even 3 to grab. So one question that might pop into your head is, can it grab the handle of the saber itself? And unfortunately, I don't think it can, but I'll try. See, maybe if I pry this open with my fingers. I just don't think this plastic is meant to bend that far. So I'm going to try grabbing this area. Whoa. See, it did open, but it's not actually going past the center point of the cylinder. Alright, so it's basically just going to pop out. So that's no good. I have a suspicion maybe like a 1 inch is really the maximum it wants to be grabbing. Let me do this, and we'll take a better look from more at the top. In fact, hold on. Let me do it for both because they're different diameter blades. So you can see, right, the gapping because this is much wider, being a bigger blade. This one, it's almost is more the silicone strip is wrapping around the object. So the smaller the diameter, the less chance it's going to have of falling loose because more the silicone strip is grabbing it. Luckily, lightsaber blades don't come bigger than 1 inch, to my experience. So I think as long as more than half of it's trapped, which it is, it probably should be okay. Alright, well, longer video than I thought for something so simple. But, yeah, seems worth it if you're going for a clear one. Maybe I'll buy one of the more, an opaque one, just to see how easy it is to get in and out. Because, like I said, it's kind of annoying to try to, well, you know, maybe it's just a matter of practice. I am doing it with one hand now. Oh, you know what? It's a non-issue. I would go with the transparent ones. Okay, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next lightsaber video.